who knows what the sting in the tail might well be. But yes, so the on-the-road leader now becomes the blue Santalok Audi 25 with Erwan Bastard at the wheel of it. There it is. And for a GT3 rookie, I think he's done an exceptional job in this, because he's kept the car where it needs to be, and that is in that leading group throughout the time that he's had behind the wheel of the car. So, former Ginetta racer in French GT, but an Audi R8 GT4 has been the car of choice these last few seasons, and a Toyota Supra prior to that, but switching to Santalok's Audi this year, away from CMR and the Supra. So his last lap was a 1:54.4, and there aren't many going quicker than that. Davide Rigon slightly faster, Lukas Stolz, Marvin Kirchhofer. So, you know, GT3 veterans going a bit quicker, you can accept that. Well,
he's relishing the opportunity. He's putting in a good performance in it, and I suppose, you know, because he's been racing with Santalok all year, you're not going into an unfamiliar environment, going into an unfamiliar car.
Yeah, but it's different engineers. Some that work on GT3, others that do the GT4. So yeah, the family is there, but it will feel a little bit different. But equally, if you are a star driver, you can adapt.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, you just jump in.
Yeah, you know, Philip Ellis is talking about it, and the same is true of the Mercedes drivers. You know, who spent all year with Acodis ASP. They do races for other teams occasionally, but they're still going to go in and deliver. Different engineers, different way of working, but they just have to adapt. It's fascinating to see who does well at it and who doesn't.
And who struggles with it. Yeah, who struggles with it. And Erwan Bastard is certainly showing that there's no issue for him jumping on board this car, going well, leading the way at this stage by almost a minute, 57.75 seconds from Alessandro Pierre Guidi, who is now behind the wheel of the number 71 Ferrari. And third place now is the leading Pro-Am car, because Sun Energy, won by SPS, Martin Conrad, is now up into third place overall in a Pro-Am car due to that pit stop for Kelvin van der Linde, who I think will have slipped down to fourth position.
And Magnussen is now in ninth place. Number 20 still being repaired after its incident early on in the pit lane. Dominic Baumann behind the wheel. And the team manager of 44 now being summoned to the stewards. It's again for track limits, number 44 being the battler Alfred Renard, Daniel Alaman Porsche. So Erwan Bastard carries on and is being caught by Alessandro Pierre Guidi. Number 66 Audi running in fourth place, and Bastard comes in this time then. So number 25 down the pit road.
Yeah, 55 minutes behind the wheel.
Yeah, so but that's only 28 laps.
I'm going to say it'd be a shorter stint,
relatively speaking. Yeah.
So now that we've got through these, who's going to go back into the lead? The number 71 Ferrari once more. So every time we get a race leader in, we end up, of course, with another change of lead. So at the moment, we are on to 29 separate changes of the lead at some point over the course of this race.
Not 29 different leaders, but
no, 29
going back and forth.
Back and forth, as it's bounced around.
And of course, therefore, what we are now trying to get to is which is going to be the car that pits last, because it will therefore lose the position and drop down. So we need to try to work towards the pattern of who is going to be where going into that last hour and a quarter or so, because the car that gets the stop done first and then buys back the places as others pit during the hour will be the winning car. Yes. But by that last part, if you've got your 10 pit stops done, then it comes down to the pace of the teams, and they become natural pit stops, quick as you can style pit stops, rather than being done to a delta time.
Over 200 pit stops now completed as well, so 208 pit stops having been completed so far. All of the laps set by all of the competitors, just about to tip over 6,100 as well. We're still on 4 safety car periods. We had 5 full course yellows though, and the only reason we've got the difference between the 2, of course, is because one of the full course yellows was just for a very small amount of debris that needed picking up, and once that had been done.
So when you hear the number of your car, make it onto the podium, please. Ali Al-Mazouki, Sales Director of Yas Marina Circuit, will once again make the presentations. Third place, car number 25 onto the podium. Audi Sport Team Santalok, car 25, Christopher Hauser, Patrick Niederhauser and Erwan Bastard onto the third step of the podium, and they will get from Abby Hay from SRO their medals, and once we've done that, we'll get second place out onto the podium. Car number 50 onto the podium. Well done to AF Corsa Francorchamps Motors, to Davide Rigon, to Alessio Rivera, and to Niklas Nilsson. Well done. Congratulations onto the second step of the GT3 overall podium. They're about to receive their silver medals, and Lauren from SRO is doing the honours with those. And then to our winners, it has run like clockwork. The only thing we could find wrong with the whole of the 12 hours was a 5-second penalty for track limits. That's not bad, is it? The winners, car number 71, AF Corsa Francorchamps Motors, drivers onto the podium, Antonio Fiocchi, James Collado, Alessandro Pierre Guidi onto the top step of the podium. Antonio, James and Alessandro, and a representative of the team as well. They're about to receive their golden medals, and they pop those around the neck thanks to Abby and Lauren. And then I'm delighted to say that Ali Al-Mazouki, Sales Director of Yas Marina Circuit, will present the bronze trophies on the third step of the podium. And then we have the sparkling rosewater, the traditional sparkling rosewater here at Yas Marina Circuit, onto the third step of the podium. And our second place drivers, Davide, Alessio and Nicola, receiving their silver trophies, and the sparkling rosewater as well. And then to our winners, the golden trophies go to Antonio, to James and to Alessandro on the top step of the podium. What a race it was for the number 71 Ferrari, are back as winners at Yas Marina. So now, with the trophies handed out, we will have the national anthem for the winners. What a wonderful moment, hearing the national anthem for the team. They now are about to celebrate with the sparkling rosewater that we have here on the podium at Yas Marina Circuit, and the celebrations they will enjoy well into the evening, I have no doubt. Fantastic scenes. Manufacturing champion and
IGTC driver champion and IGTC Pro-Am champion.
I haven't got that written down. It's not written down. Who is it?
Kenny.
Okay. So
It's just yes.
manufacturer,
Kenny,
and then
drivers champion.
Danny.
Manufacturer Pro-Am.
Stoke. And wonderful celebrations on the podium. And as they make their way off the podium, so great celebrations on the podium. And we have one final podium to conduct. It's not